Oh, dude, I'll watch it 10 times over until that rug's clean, and I feel better about it. Because I want to see what the rug is, because you can't see it because it was under a coal miner's bed. All right. Episode 40 of the Fair Enough podcast. We're in the 40s. That's bananas.
Honestly, it's insane, and I'm so happy about it. It like we can't even like get over I can't even get over the fact that we've done 40 of these, and it's like I feel like we just started still. It's so fun. I love it. But,
dude, it feels like it flew by.
Oh, I know.
From one to now.
Insane. And it's
like
so much. I literally.
It flew by, but we're also 1,000 times better than we were at episode 1. Like we us three say this all the time. I don't think we've ever said it on the pod, but we go back and watch the old episodes and we're baffled at how much better we sound and look and shit now. It's great.
It's cringe. Go back, and if you haven't watched one in a while, go back and watch one, and it's the way that we sound, I think, is the biggest difference. The way that we sound is incredibly well, now we look better, obviously, from just recently getting the camera, but we sound so much better.
And I do feel like the way we say shit, too, like it's like, if you want to just hear me swear for an hour straight, you go back and watch the first couple episodes. Granted, it was okay, but it's like, it's still fun.
Oh, yeah. So Bob in Detroit, Jack in Detroit, Mike today is in Lakeland, Florida. They flew him down there for work on some CEO shit, and he's doing a little training, and then he's going to fly back to the turnpike up there in Illinois.
Dude,
so
check this out.
Yeah, hit me.
Check this out. They gave me a whole kitchen.
Oh shit!
There's a stovetop, a fridge, microwave. I got a whole big ass closet. There's the bathroom. I got 2 queen size beds. For what reason? I don't fucking know, but.
That's a full townhouse.
Yeah, it's literally the place is literally called Marriott Town Place. So I guess I should have anticipated that, but my boss booked me like the most expensive room in Lakeland, and this was it. So
how many people did you went from your branch of work? Just you?
Yeah, just me.
Oh shit! So you don't know anybody down there?
No, and the guy, it's funny because the guy that was supposed to go to Chicago this week, so like we're doing this cross-training thing, right, where like, I guess every other week or two, like they want to bring everyone to Chicago to learn from us because we have the most volume going on, so it's the best for everyone to train at, and you could see, and it's always kind of moving,
Yeah.
So they're trying to send the manager down there from Lakeland to train with my manager and his manager, and I come here and I kind of just help them hold it down here for a couple of days. Turns out that our president lives down here, and he was talking to me and the other 2 people that worked there while the other guy was off for a day before he left for Chicago, and they started saying like how they did things, and this dude like almost lost a gasket. Like I just saw the wheels turning in his head. Like this is like, cause they do everything so not wrong, but like very old school. They don't use the software that we have properly. They don't use any of the, like they still use all the file cabinets when literally everything is uploaded.
Oh no.
So I get a call yesterday at like 7 from my director of operations. He's like, yeah, dude, stay in there and you have to train him. And I was like, like who
on
am I?
Top of the other shit you're supposed to be doing?
So like now I have to train. I'm low man ops guy training an ops manager in Lakeland to show him and the rest of the crew how our job is supposed to be done. And yet I'm getting paid the least out of everybody there.
That's messed up. You better fly back to Chicago right into a big ass pay bump.
Oh yeah,
because you got that manager status now.
Well, and it's not even that. It's just like I've seen on podcasts and stuff like that, like how people that in the workplace should talk about each other's money together, because that's the only way you're ever going to make more money. You can't be in the dark with about, oh, this guy makes $15 an hour, this guy makes 25, but nobody knows. You can never bridge the gap and get better without talking. So I was like, hey, how much do you guys make? You don't mind? And both these people, who the one guy literally does nothing, their starting hourly was more than my starting hourly. Granted, that was 2 years ago, but I was like, Like, and the one chick I'm pretty sure makes more than me, and she hasn't even been there a year yet. And I'm like, oh, now I know. And you're going to make me train a manager? You bet your sweet ass I'm going to be saying something by the end of the year about a potential raise.
Hell yeah, dude. They sent you, and you came back with too much intel.
Literally. I mean,
that's some Batman shit.
Not only am I going to come back with more intel, but I'm also going to better the company while doing it, too. So I think it might be deserving. They probably won't give me anything, but I'm going to fucking shoot my shot and see how it goes. So
this is, dude, you're going to get back and they're going to like huddle as managers and be like, we can't be sending Mike on any more trips, dude. He goes there and he knows too much now and he comes back.
He asks too many questions.
He knows all the company secrets. Yeah, he asks too many questions. And they should have known that about you going in, that you were going to
open my
gain
trap,
some intel like that. Oh yeah.
You think I'm gonna not talk? Like, I don't shut the fuck up, bro.
How did one
episode?
That's what I mean. How did they not know that? Yeah, that's
only
hilarious.
time I ever stop talking is when I take a drink of water. Shout out Body Armor, sponsor this pod.
That'd be sick. Or Busch Light. I've had 100 Busch Lights on this podcast. They should definitely be sponsoring us by now. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, you got to get back and give me one of them big ones. I don't care. Like, you just need a check of some kind.
For real, though.
For training managers. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a sick spot, though.
That is a sick spot. But I found out today, there's a couple 18-year-olds that work for my company. I found out today that this dude that sits right next to me in the fucking office has made $109,000 this year.
He's 18?
18 years old.
Damn, good for him.
Good for him, but I'm on Mike's team right now. Where's my?
Yeah, you're smarter than that.
You gotta talk.
Yeah, valid.
I mean, you got to talk to these people, and you find these things out, and then that gives you leverage. Like, you can be not, it's like, hey, this dude made $109,000. Like, get me there, or
right,
I'm out. I'm gonna go make it somewhere else because clearly there's worth for something, So
yep.
I'm a virgin at this company, so it's valid. I'll get there.
Yeah,
that kid's a real life virgin. He's 18.
This dude is literally a virgin. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
But he's a virgin with 6 figs, so
yeah, that makes you a little bit less of a virgin. You won't be a virgin for long when you're pulling 6 figs at 18 years old.
No, unless he's a virgin with like less 6 centimeters too. If he's real small,
which is very possible. But even then, you still get your foot in the door. No, they don't like what's there when you're yanking the shorts down. It is what it is. They already signed the waiver.
If you're just now finding that out, it's too late. You have to go with the 6 centimeters.
Mm-hmm.
That is very true.
So we got injury update today because we need to give one of those. Feels like forever since we've given one. Mike and Jack dating update. We have a TikTok that I need to revisit. And then we'll kind of go from there. But what do you guys want to do first? Do you want to do the injury update first, or do you guys want to talk about your dating lives first?
Yeah, let's do that because I feel like you have some pretty serious news and some pretty big news to share with the world. So
injury update?
Yeah. And I think that you owe me an apology, too. Public apology on the 40th episode of the Fair Enough podcast for your 40-year-old ass. Because you were talking shit
what did I fuck up?
You were talking shit about how I always get hurt. And when I tore my shit, you came on here and you were like, you're just so old. You're just too old. Like, you pretty much were telling me that I'm an old bitch. And now, literally, it was 2 months later. You're in
couldn't have been quicker.
Pretty bad spot. So I think you owe me an apology. It could be light. It could be soft. I just want to hear your dirty little lips say it.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that it could happen to me. I didn't think it could. I thought it was a you problem because you are old. You're still older than me, but I feel old now. Yes, with the injury. So officially, people probably, you might not even remember, a month ago, I was playing basketball for the first time. Well, I've been playing basketball all summer, but I haven't been running it on a court with 4-on-4 style, which is what we were doing this one night that I went and played. We played in a gym, 4-on-4, and it was like the end of the hour. I reached for a ball too hard and left my foot in the ground. So all of my ligaments pulled in the back of my leg, and it felt like I tore my Achilles. Is what it felt like at the time. So I didn't do shit about it for a month up until this point, and finally went to the doctor last week because it just wasn't getting any better. And he was like, yeah, you partially tore your Achilles. So that's where I'm at. Partially torn. I've got the boot on. I have my MRI scheduled for Monday the 17th. So once I get that, he'll be able to say, okay, it's for sure torn. We need to get you into surgery because I guess it's better to have surgery when you're younger, which I think it's that way with a lot of surgeries.
It's gotta be.
Yeah. I think that's just kind of how it is. So he's just worried that if I don't get the surgery, then I'm going to tear my other one, which you hear a lot with ACLs. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. You're just putting too much pressure on the good one that you think is good, and then that one busts, and then you're fucked.
Yeah.
So we'll do a surgery. It sounds like it's not going to be nearly as taxing as yours, though, which is good as far as rehab goes.
Yeah, I'm sure the rehab won't be as bad, but I mean, the surgery in the initial couple of days, I guarantee will be just as bad, if not worse.
Yeah. So I'm sitting when I was getting when I was getting everything checked out. I'm sitting in the the room, and the doctor comes in and he like tells me what's going on, and he's like, surgery's real simple, and he like scoots me to the side. I'm on one of those like beds with the white paper on it.
Yeah, the
scoots
worst.
me to the side, pulls out his pen, and he goes, "This is what we're gonna do." Literally draws me a diorama.
I love this
diorama on the paper. Oh, he was the best. I was like, "You're a fucking goofball," and he's like, "This is what your shit looks like right now," and it was just like clearly a torn ligament. Great drawing on his part, and he's like, "We're gonna make an incision right here, and then we're gonna sew your ligament back together, close it up. You'll be good to go in 4 days." I was like, 4 days? He's like, yeah, you'll be back to work in 4 days. No problem. It's like,
He's
shit.
Like 4 days? Did I say 4 days? I meant 4 hours. You should be good.
Yeah. He's like, if I'm doing the surgery, that shit's 4 hours. But some other guy's doing it 4 days is going to be the cap. But yeah, I thought that was funny as hell that he actually just imagine if you like were getting like a heart transplant or something serious, and he was like, "All right, this is what we're gonna do."
He draws like the heart, like not like a real heart. He just draws a fucking like cartoon heart.
Yeah, like
he's just like,
this is what we're gonna dive in right here. But yeah, so surgery it is. It doesn't sound like it's gonna be anything too crazy, but. I'm going to be in the boot for Vegas, which is unfortunate, but the boot actually helps a ton. I don't know if your brace helped a ton when you put that thing on, but like when I put the boot on, I just walk so much better. So much better.
Well, I had the one brace while it was torn, and it helped in terms of just overall like support in terms like me not like feeling like there was nothing there, but like after the fact, the big brace, it sucked because I wasn't able to bend it for a long time, which like walking is hard without bending your knee. But once I was able to bend it, at that point I didn't need the brace, so it's like it helped, but also I didn't need it. It was like the brace helped, but it was I bet you it's way better for you because you're not stepping on it,
Yeah, they put a wedge in the back, so it's basically like my heel is up in the air. Exactly. My toes are on the ground, my heel's up in the air, so my Achilles never flexes. So it's always in that relaxed position.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was just doctor was hilarious. I'm gonna go into him. It's like Tom Segura's doctor. That's just an asshole that he talks about in the specials. That he just keeps going back in. Are you nuts? Of course I'm gonna go back in and see this guy. He's an asshole. That's how I feel about this guy. Shout out to Dr. Z, I think his name is. So
nice.
Jack is also injured. Jack is undiagnosed though. Tell the people what happened to your knee.
Dude, I have no clue what happened. I started running again, trying to be a fit lad, and God said, hold on a minute, and shredded my knee. So for the last 3 weeks, my knee has felt like absolute piss, but I did not treat it properly. I was disc golfing and running around, moving around the goddamn state for the last 3 weeks.
Yep.
And so this weekend, I finally parked myself at home and didn't do squat, and now my knee feels exponentially better. Like today, walking into the office and walking back out to my car, I didn't even think about it, which is...
That's good.
That's a stride. Maybe I just needed, 2 weeks off or whatever.
Yeah, time
so
off.
you and Mike are off the IR.
The doctors are still in the process of clearing my waivers, but I should be off the IR shortly.
Mike's officially off.
I think I'm still kind of on like the what is it when they put you on? Is it the pup list or something where like you still can't come back?
Yeah, you're on the pup.
But you still like you're good, but you still can't come back until week 8 type of thing, right? That's what that's all about.
Week 8. That's what you're waiting on.
Yeah, so like I'm good. Like I could walk, I could jog. I'm still working. I'm still doing stuff. I still have to do home exercises, but 2 Thursdays ago, so it'll be 2 weeks from today. When this comes out, was my last therapy session. And it was great. I got fucking, I don't know. I got like a little bit emotional. I think I may have said this on here before that I like when I was leaving, like I was gonna get a little emotional. I mean, shout out to fucking ATI in Burbank, man. My boy Miguel, Jill, Katie, all the whole crew. If you ever hear this, which you probably won't, I love y'all.
They became your family. You spent too much time with them.
I know, literally, this shit was the best. And yeah, I'm good though. It feels great. I mean, I weirdly at the airport, my knee was starting to act up a little bit. Is that normal? Like, is that how that works? Like, you're in the air, all of a sudden your shit stops working a little bit though.
I was gonna ask you about that because it was only your second plane ride. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. Honestly, it was super smooth. My ears like barely popped. No gum. I went raw dog in there. It was nice.
You raw dogged it? That's crazy.
I forgot. I had it and then I fucking forgot to grab it. So,
dude, you go to the fucking Hudson News or whatever.
Yeah,
pick yourself up a pack for $8.
I was already on the plane, Bob, and then I saw someone else put a piece in their mouth, and I was like, "Do I ask this bitch for a piece of gum right now?" And then I was like. Yeah, I didn't. I was like, nah, dude, it is what it is. I'm just going to have to gut this one out.
You're like, that chick's a genius. And I'm over here raw dogging this thing.
Yeah. I'm like, God damn.
It's a dangerous game to play.
Yeah, it wasn't dangerous. I was good, though. I was real good. That shit was easy as fuck, honestly.
Yeah, you're a pro
They
now.
gave me, I think, the ugliest car on the planet. The ugliest.
Oh, a rental?
Yeah, so I was going to rent a Tesla, and then... some shit happened where I couldn't, and I was kind of pissed off about that, but whatever.
Did they give you a Kia Soul?
No, they gave me a Hyundai Venue. Or Jack, I need you to put up what a Hyundai Venue is on the. And it's
what is a Venue?
It's like a fucking. It's kind of like a Kia Soul, dude.
It's a toaster-looking vehicle.
Yeah, it is. But the worst part about it is that it's like puke green, bro. It's disgusting. It's the ugliest color of a car that's not like an American muscle car I've ever seen in my entire life.
Like Seahawks green?
No, like Kelly green, but a little.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
It's like Kelly green, but like a little bit darker and a little more. It's like someone threw mustard all over a Kelly green.
So it's not a forest green. Forest green's a nice color. I like a truck to be forest green.
They call it metallic green, and it's fucking so ugly, dude. It's not good looking.
So you can't go back to Lakeland looking like this again. Like next time you go back, you got to be balling out, or people are going to be like, "Oh, here comes the Venue guy again."
Yeah, no, definitely getting a Tesla next time.
Damn, that sucks that the Tesla fell through because that's a dope rental car.
I know. And it's like, dude, they're cheap. They're only like they're like just as cheap as like the Model 3, obviously if you get like the Tesla truck, like the SUV, it's more expensive, but like it's the same as a normal like sedan, any other sedan. It's like $6 extra a day for
damn.
So it's not shit.
Right.
But yeah, it was whatever.
Well, yeah, I think that I think it's kind of like when people are like,
rains.
yeah, it's raining outside, so the plate in my hip acts up.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an elevation thing for your knee. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I was wondering because I got off the plane and I was like limping, and I'm like, what the heck, dude? Like, this is frustrating. Like, if I have to deal with this the whole week, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. And then you're good after a while?
Yeah, I was good. It could also be because I was sitting in with my leg in a weird spot for 3 hours. You know what I mean? Like, the book bag that I had under the seat is packed full of all my podcast shit. So, like, it wasn't exactly small. You know what I mean? So, like,
and you can't be jamming it and like.
Yeah, exactly. I could exactly. Like, the shit that was in it wasn't. Yeah, it was. I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to do it. You know. So
there's all that. If you're watching at home, if you watch the podcast and you think to yourself, man, Bob and Mike are always dressed the same. That is not intentional. I promise you that is not intentional. We always, that's the first thing that we always say to each other once our video pops up. It's like, fuck, we did it again. And today again, we look the same. White tee,
I would say at least
hat.
At least 8 episodes out of 40 have been where we're wearing the same concept of something. You know
I don't think you're giving enough credit. I think it's like a 60% clip that we wear the same shit. Like, we wear the same shit every week. I love this. So we have this vintage t-shirt shop. I told you about it the one time.
Yeah.
Down the road. And I've been collecting these, I don't even know. Dude, these mics are just so heavy. I've been collecting like the Camel like cigarette t-shirts, and this one's sick. It says the hard pack, and then on the back's got just the boys.
Yeah, that's sick. Cannot go wrong.
Collect them all. Never smoked a cigarette a day in my life. I'm gonna collect all these cigarette shirts.
Straight poser.
Sweet. Yeah, a big poser. If somebody like handed me one, I'd be like, I can't do it.
I can't do it. That's great stuff.
On our injury update, though, I was thinking about this earlier today because a lot of people ask me when they ask what happened. It's been happening a ton this week because of the boot. And people will be like, oh, dude, what happened? And I'll tell them, and they'll be like, oh, didn't that hurt like super bad? And it doesn't really. I feel like you're so in shock when the injury happens that you don't even remember the pain. Like, the pain, I feel like for me came after when, like, now, I think now it hurts the worst that it's ever hurt because when I wear my boot, it's super stabilized. So when I don't, when I'm walking around without my boot, it's like, fuck, this thing is sore because I haven't been using it. But what do you think, like, we've had, both of us had nasty injuries, but what do you think would be, like, the most painful injury to get? Just in general, where you're like, holy fuck, that hurt a lot. Or if somebody told you, you'd be like, holy fuck, that sounds so painful.
Have you seen when guys are like powerlifting or whatever and they go a little bit too hard?
Stop it.
Say it. I have to hear it. I don't want to hear it either, but yeah, jackass, say it.
And their muscle like bunches up in their bicep.
No, dude. That one is so bad. That's one of the ones that made me pass out. When I was too high the one day.
I don't like any of this.
And it fucking, dude, you saw the guy in the UFC, his fucking bicep just.
No, stop. Any weightlifting thing is the worst. Like when the dudes are on like the leg press and they go flamingo, dude. Oh. Or like any compound fracture is the worst.
That's what I was thinking. So I heard the most pain that a human can endure is having their femur bone cracked in half.
It's got to be, honestly.
That has to hurt so bad, such a big bone.
Yeah. I mean, you just have your whole leg, which is probably, 50 pounds, just hanging from your fucking half a bone. Fuck out of here, dude.
I like how distraught you are still. From
dude, honestly, I get for one, I get PTSD, and two, I've never liked watching people get hurt. I like watching people slip, fall, and shit like that, but like actual injuries, I'm always I cannot do it, dude.
You're all in on goofy injuries.
Oh yeah,
Mike,
dude,
Michael loves a good slip and fall.
Yeah, dude, watching people slip on ice, it's the funniest thing on the planet. But once it comes to like actual injuries, I can't, man. Like watching anybody get hurt, especially like football players, because they get hurt so often. It's like, and now I have PTSD. So,
do you remember that Vine of the chick? It was all snowy, and she had the shovel in her hand, and she was like slipping. Do you remember?
Yeah,
it's a classic Vine. And she like slips for the whole all 6 seconds.
She slips for
and
6 seconds,
and then she recovers. It's unbelievable. Shout out to Vine, yes. Man. If Vine was still around, if podcasts were around at the same time as Vine, like they are now, that shit would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we'll get into TikToks later because I have some beef with the rug guy. Mike, let's get into both of you guys and what the fuck you got going on in your dating lives, because Mike told us a story the other day that he didn't tell on a podcast, and we were pissed. And now I don't remember what the story is, so this is going to be kind of perfect. So let's hear the story first, and then we'll do you and Jack.
Okay. So a couple of weekends ago, I went to this bar on like Saturday afternoon. It was like 3 weekends ago. I went to this bar on Saturday afternoon to watch college football, me and a buddy. And then my buddy was trying to leave, and I was like, well, I'm trying to like drink. Like, I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Right. So
I stayed there literally from like 1 to 8 o'clock, or like 1 to 9 roughly. I saw the whole shift change. Like,
that's when you know it's been a day.
Yeah.
Did you stay in the same spot all day?
Oh yeah, same as that spot all day.
One stool.
Oh,
I love
Actually,
that.
I moved over one stool because I was like right next to all the fruit, and I didn't want to be right next to all the fruit, so I moved over one stool.
You're in the lime area. You don't want to be in the lime area.
I was
There's
right.
Too much riffraff going on right there.
But anyways, like the second bartender comes in, and like she's cute, she's curly hair, which I fucking love. Yeah, she was just a cute girl. Overall. And so we were kind of like shooting the shit and this, that, and the other thing. And like at one point she nonchalantly, like pretty much like told me that I was like a pretty guy, like pretty. And I'm like, And then like, I didn't think anything of it. And my other buddy that came, so I had a shift change as well. I had one buddy leave and another buddy come, just so you know. Because I wasn't going to
I'm rotating these men too,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It ain't just you guys changing the shift out here.
And all of a sudden he was like, what is going on right now? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you might have a shot at this. And I was like, well, I always think I have a shot, but I never follow through or make it happen. So I kind of was like, yeah, obviously. And he was just like, no, but for real. And I'm like, And I didn't change the way I was talking.
Yeah, obviously. Of course I have a shot. Yeah. I'm sitting here in front of her.
Yeah, exactly. Literally. Like, I mean, honestly. And then like towards like as the night went on, we kept bullshitting, and it was pretty slow. So like she was able to kind of sit around and talk. And we were about to leave, and I was like going to see somebody like my brother or some shit like that. And we're going to leave, and he's like, dude, you got to do something. And I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, but he's like, dude, leave your phone on or number on the receipt. I was like, that never works. I'm not that good looking. I can't.
It never works.
Like, it's never going to work. I'm not 6'3" with the fucking, it's just not in the cards for me.
And
I was like, I can't do that.
Tell the people why you also know that it never works. Because of your family members in the biz.
Oh yeah, that's true too. And that's funny because I literally told my buddy, I was like, I got to talk to my sister and be like, how do I do this? Because I don't want to come up. What I was just going to do is just be like, hey man, like, are you single? You should let me take you out. But it didn't happen that way. And I kind of like left it open ended as like, oh, hey, I'll be back. Don't worry. Like, and I was kind of like bullshit with her. And she's like, yeah, like, and so I'm like, okay, left it open ended. I was like, I think that was the right move. Because if I would have left it on the receipt or some stupid shit like that, I think that what I did was the best thing I can do without just being like, hey, let me get your number. But then I went the next week to Michigan for the Cuyava's football game. And then last week I did go back. I went back.
Oh shit. Okay.
we got a table instead of being at the bar because it was so full, and the bar has like an outside and an inside, and she was on the outside and I was on the inside. So it's just I never got to, like, I saw her, I said hi, I got a drink, and then we got our table, and I didn't even get to sit down at the bar, and like I just like literally said hi, grabbed my drink, and then walked away. So I'm like,
this sounds like a lack of effort, Mike.
It was definitely a lack of effort, but also we saw people there that we haven't seen in a while. So then we started hanging out with them, and it just kind of all was like, I was like, I fucked off, but I also, circumstances weren't exactly great. So
I know how that goes. That's when you start running into people, then the night just gets away from you.
Yeah,
100%.
But here's the thing: if she's hot enough, then you're gonna go. You're gonna.
She's definitely hot enough, but I have balls that are inside of me when it comes to asking girls out in public, because I just feel so awkward, and it's especially because I know I have so many people in the industry that have always been like, like, you don't want to hit on someone while they're working, you don't, but also they do say, though, it's like, if it's there, and it's like, this is where I'm like, I'm a pussy, I got to make it happen. And it's like, God forbid, she might be married. I mean, probably not, but it might, but it's like, I don't know. I didn't get that far, and I got to just grow a pair and just be like, hey, you should let me take you out sometime. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was wondering when we were going to get to the root cause. I appreciate you bringing it out there, Jack, of just him just not having any balls is really what it comes down to.
Yeah, I never discarded that. It was definitely the root of it no matter what. But I do think that I played it better than I usually would, which is a start.
Why does it seem like a bartender is like the most unapproachable profession when it comes to trying? Like, I think it'd be easier to pick up a lady cop.
I don't
got
disagree
stopped
with
by
that.
a lady cop.
Yeah.
She got me thinking I could date a cop.
I honestly don't disagree, though, dude. It's like, I just feel so
weird.
bad because, dude, they're just getting shit on all day. They're probably getting stiffed half the time. Granted, they probably get tipped well, but like, they have to deal with shitheads all day long, and they have to deal with people hitting on them. They have to deal with all of it, and it's like, who are you to be the one that's actually serious or the one that's like actually genuine? You know what I mean? So it's like,
right.
If I was working, I would be like, no, fuck all you guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't, fuck you.
But if you saw Mike sitting on the other side of that bar,
that's what I mean.
Come on.
When do we cross the line is what I'm wondering. I don't understand. What is the threshold? Like, obviously, if you're a like Chris Hemsworth looking motherfucker, it doesn't matter if this chick's a bartender or a nurse or whatever she does, he's going to have her. But like, what is the line of, okay, I'm good enough at talking to this girl, but ugly enough for her to think, man, is this what I want to do tonight? But I'm good enough at talking to her. Like, how do you cross that line? We need somebody a better mind than us three, I think.
I also think, though, when it comes to that shit, too, it's like, I don't, for one, I just found out, though, that bar only, they close at noon. Like, noon at night, not fucking, And I was like, what? I found that out last week, and I was like, what? Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, well, because nobody wants to hang out after their shift unless they're a degenerate alcoholic. You know what I mean? Which I'm okay with that too. But it's like,
do most of those bars stay open until 4? Just for reference?
No, most of them 2. Most bars are 2, some 3, some 4.
When you get into the city, that's when it's 3 and 4.
Yeah, shit gets weird.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, we have 4 o'clock bars around me too, but like the city has a lot more volume.
Gotcha.
So they close at 12, where it's like, oh, like that's actually something where it's like, hey, do you want to get a drink afterwards?
Oh, for sure.
And you could still be appropriate with it. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
I'm thinking, like, I got to take her on a fucking date, because I'm not going to be like, yo, what are you doing after your shift when I'm hammered at 2? You know what I mean?
It's
like,
tough. Your mom and sister would slap the shit out of you if you asked about
it would never happen. So,
no.
Door's still open. I don't know how fast it's closing, but we'll see. I actually like the bar too, so I'm definitely down to go back.
Oh, that's sick. Other than that, just an open horizon for you, hey?
Oh, I've I had a boost on Tinder a couple days ago in Lakeland.
Lakeland.
I've been swiping in Lakeland for the last month now.
How's it looking down there?
Oh, it's looking bleak, but
Yeah.
a lot of nibs, but I mean, it's not like the quality isn't very good, and it's a hard sell to be like, I'm here for a week. I got 2 beds. So you want to come sleep in one of me?
You want to come sleep in one of them? I'll sleep in the other one. I don't even care.
Yeah. But I don't know. I hung out with somebody this last weekend who I pretty much adore, and I don't know. She knows who she is, and she's going through some shit. And I don't want to fucking like be dumb with it, but I also am just like, we're fucking friends, and I wish that wasn't the case. So there's that, and nothing ever's gonna come from that, which sucks. But I don't know. I've been trying to keep my options open and see what happens. Nothing very fruitful at the moment, though. So we'll see how she goes.
Somebody's gonna reel themselves in a catch named Mike, and it's gonna be a game changer for them.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be fucked when they do. They're gonna be like,
they just don't know it. Oh man, their whole life is gonna be upside down all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, in the best way. Because
2
they've
+
been
2
living
is
upside
5.
down the whole time.
They have.
Now they've
been in the bizarro world. Now they're coming. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I like that. Jack, follow that up
for sure. Jack. He's
I don't know if I can.
Everything.
Yeah, Jack's been fucking everything. Doesn't matter what it is.
You know, I'm staying busy, but nothing too crazy. You know, I have a real problem with dating where if you're not blowing my status, then I don't even want to be seen with you, quite frankly. I don't know what it is about me, but if you're not the female version of Jesus Christ, then I'm not involved.
Right. You're an asshole.
Damn. Cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Oh,
but dude,
right.
that goes, that's for everybody. And my version of that woman is very different than probably most people's version, So I'm just like Mike. A lot of nibs, but we're keeping it open out here.
Yeah. So, I think
it's
just taking you guys a little bit longer to get lucky. I think that's all. Well, Jack.
Bob, he's like Jack's 12 years old, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but it feels like he's been on the prowl my whole life, He's been on the prowl for 20 years.
I mean,
I sure have.
Yeah. But I mean, also, though, look what your dumbass did. I mean, granted, I'm not saying that anything you did was bad or wrong, but it's like, you see all these relationships nowadays get fucking ruined after 5, 7, 8 years. And it's like,
yeah, you got to be careful out there, man.
I'll say you get a lot more selective. You start seeing all this shit and you're like, oh, man, like, I'm just going to be like, oh, fucking, let's commit and right away because it's just, everyone sucks. And everyone has FOMO, dude. That's the problem with dating. Everyone has FOMO in dating because it's like we have swipes at our fucking fingertips. So it's like, oh, this conversation gets the tiniest bit dry. Well, guess what? What am I missing out on Tinder? What am I missing out on Bumble? What am I missing out in the streets? So it's like everything is just so at our fingertips that it's so easy to disregard people that are not like the perfect person to pretty much to Jack's,
totally get that.
What he's saying, where it's like, it's just so easy to just be like, on to the next one, sorry.
Yep. I get that. That's where, I definitely got lucky as fuck because it was like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. And then stumbled into it, which is not very long time, obviously, of looking, but did my due diligence and went on dates and stuff. But, and then just the right one finds you. And that's why we're doing this dating update because Savannah Marie knows that our life is boring and she wants to hear about what you guys are doing. And so she just begs me. She's like, what is going on in Mike's life right now? You need to tell me. And I'm like, oh, well, he like went on this date. And then she asked me more follow-up questions. I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, listen to the podcast. That's the best I could do for you.
I did enjoy that little period of single Bob when I got to curate a Hinge profile for you and shit. It was fantastic.
It worked.
Yeah.
It was a great job on your part. Yeah.
Savannah, you're welcome if you're listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like, I'm the luckiest person on the planet.
Such a douche.
Well, good. We're all getting there, I think. Progress is being made. So I'm on to this rug guy. I think
I've been onto him since the fucking get, bro. What do you
mean?
Mean?
Mike brought this up, and I was naive to it because I'm naive to most things. But if you're on TikTok, and everybody's got their own weird TikTok algorithm, obviously. TikTok, we talked about this before. They got in trouble for this. They know you better than you know you. They do.
Yeah.
The algorithm
100%.
does. Like, they know shit that you're interested in, and you're not even sure why you're interested in it. But this guy cleaning the rugs on TikTok is fascinating. I think it's like Mountain Rug Man or something like that.
Oh, I will beat his ass. That is not his name. I will beat this dude's ass, and I don't fight. Oh, I did not know that was his name. I just know he's a scumbag.
Hold on. Let me get you an actual name for this guy, because I don't want to fuck that up, and I know the passion that you have behind this.
I cannot wait until we blow up and I fucking shit on this dude for all the people.
You really hate this guy so much.
We should fucking stitch one of his things with me talking shit about him right now.
We should.
Coming for you, dog.
We
Not
should.
actually.
Mountain,
I don't like
it's Mountain Rug Cleaning. Okay.
Douche.
I don't know where he's getting these rugs, dude. I think he dirties them himself. Like, I don't know where he's getting them. Like, every episode, it's like, this rug was under the, like, bed of a coal miner. And it's like, really? Like, where the fuck are you getting this rug from? You really got it from the coal miner's bed? Like, that's insane. And then this rug was under the bed of flowers. It's like, holy shit. Why are people bringing these into you thinking that, like, it makes no sense to me. So I think he's dirtying these rugs, and he's taking advantage of people like me and wasting like 3 to 4 minutes of my time. But I love it.
There's an entire industry of this jazz. You guys follow any of like the 5-minute crafts or like those easy DIY channels or anything on Snapchat and shit, where they are just creating a problem and then coming up with the most ridiculous
and then solving it
for it.
And it's all this like satisfaction shit, and it's like so fun to watch, but you're also like, what are you doing? Like, why are you making a saw out of zip ties and a ceiling fan when you could just go buy a fucking saw? You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to do that. Like, or, screws and shit. Like, it's like, what are you doing? I literally watched, no bullshit, I watched something the other day, and this dude put screws on, like, screwed screws on, like, a nut, put it in a drill bit, and used it as, like, a saw. Like a circle saw. Like, what the fuck is that?
Screwed screws onto a drill bit.
Somehow got screws pointing out. I think he might have welded them. Onto like a nut.
What
like
an asshole!
Like a lag bolt. And I'm pretty sure that's what he did. And then he put it in a drill bit and sawed through a piece of wood. It's like, bro, you have welding equipment? Go buy a fucking bit with the saw on it, bro. Like, it's not hard. For a circle this big, dude. Like, what?
Yeah, people are the worst.
But I do like watching them clean the rugs, though. I like watching them clean the rugs.
I love it. I will never, as a video, I will never skip through. I'll never I'll never fast forward it. I'm watching. He does the same thing
every rug.
Like 10. Well, and he does the same thing like 10 times to the rug. It's just
in the same video.
It's just a repeat pattern. Yeah. Like, he's going over it with the fucking circle thing, and he's going over it with the vacuum, and then he's squeegeeing.
Watch them all.
Oh, dude, I'll watch it 10 times over until that rug's clean, and I feel better about it. Because I want to see what the rug is, because you can't see it because it was under a coal miner's bed.
Yeah, and that's and the reasons I feel like just get dumber and dumber. And it's like I brought up this last time, is that there's like the shoe restore page, and they found a pair of Yeezy 350s that were literally in mud next to like a creek somewhere. No, they weren't. No, where they weren't. You put them there, you let them dry, you pulled them out, and then you clean the shit out of them. You did not find a pair of $400 shoes by a creek in the bumfuck wherever you were. You just didn't do that. You planted them there for content, which I'm okay with. But don't come out here like you're some fucking talented person. You're just fucking pandering to a crowd that doesn't realize how dumb they are.
So they actually showed him grabbing them out of the creek?
Pulling them out of the mud.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
No. And it's like, maybe if it was like a pair of like, you know, like the Spiz-like Jordans, or like the, you know, the ones that are like these, like kind of the lower shit. Like if it was something like that where you can see like a homeless person or like a hoodlum wearing, I can see that, but not a pair of fucking 350s. Like you're just not gonna. It's not gonna happen, bro. Like and it fucking frustrates me, dude.
Is it creek or crick? People say
creek.
That's not right?
It's creek for sure. Crick
Old people say crick.
Yeah,
like crick ain't right. Like who taught you to say crick?
Yeah, it's just people being assholes, I think.
Dude, so I just saw a video that's similar to that where I get a lot of cooking videos in my algorithm.
Love that.
And this guy cooks meals based off his like wife's cravings. She was pregnant for a while, now she's not. She had the kid, so now but they're still doing it. And she was like, "Oh, I'm craving Olive Garden." So he's going to make her Olive Garden, like fettuccine Alfredo. This asshole for the video goes to Olive Garden just to like almost walk in the door and then take a step back and go, then goes to like Meijer and buys all the shit and makes it at home. So he drove to an Olive Garden for the 2 seconds in the video just to like give it the no, and then he goes home and makes the shit. What an asshole you are.
Yeah. That's almost like, is that real? Or did they do that and they were like, hey, let's set this up because we're right next to an Olive Garden. You know what I mean?
Even doesn't matter how close you are to an Olive Garden. If you are driving to the Olive Garden, getting out and going up to that for just the video purpose of saying, no, I'm making this shit at home. We already knew you were making the shit at home. Every video before this has been you making the shit at home.
I mean, that's true, but that's what I'm saying. So it's like, they definitely were like, all right, it wasn't the wife craving Olive Garden. It was,
no,
okay, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're near an Olive Garden and we're going to like, give them the Matumbo for no reason.
Yeah.
That's funny though. I do think that's funny, but I think you're an asshole for that. You know what I mean?
You're like, such an asshole. We are also assholes because we're the dumb people that actually get upset, even though obviously it's all staged, but we still get upset because we think that they think they're actually pulling one over on us. But we know that they know that they're not.
It's frustrating because like some of these people end up making money off of it. And that's what frustrates me, that it's like, you're not doing anything and you're getting hundreds of thousands of views. And eventually that turns into revenue. And it pisses me off that people like fall for this shit enough times for these dickheads to make a living off of literally lying. Like you're a fraud.
The 5-minute crafts guy has his dog running the channel and he's probably a multi-millionaire.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. That's my biggest problem with it. It's not because they do it, because it's fun to watch, but it's like, it just makes me angry that these people like get to make money without really being talented just because they can clean something. Like if you give me that machinery, I'm cleaning the rug just as good. Like I've cleaned rugs.
That's all it is. It's the technology and the room. That's all I need.
Oh, what the fuck?
We back?
Yeah.
All right, you're back.
Sorry.
But the one thing I did, it went away for a while, but is back, is my my Hoove Talk. Hoove Talk is back.
Oh yeah, I get them on Facebook a lot now. I've been watching a lot of Facebook like reels, like because I just you watch one, you get sucked into it, and a lot of that is all Hoove Talk or Hoove Talk.
Just Hoove Talk on the Facebook. Hoove Facebook.
Yeah, Hoove Book.
That's
Hoove
still
book.
No matter when we release our first merch. It's gonna be the Hoove shirt.
Put a hoof in the stand.
Up on the stand. Yeah, the hoof and the stand on the back, and then just fair enough on the front. And people are
Dude,
gonna be
I'm telling you,
so confused.
We gotta seriously consider some merch, because now we're at the point where we have quite a few pod insiders. We could throw some sick merch out there.
I think my calling in life was to design merch. I really do.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of merch sucks. I think 99% of merch sucks. And I think there's cool, easy merch out there.
Yeah. It's problematic too. And like, we could talk about this. Fuck. I was actually thinking about this the other day. So I watched Son of a Boy at one of the Barstool with Roan and Sass, Barstool pod. And I bought one of their hats. I like the hat, but like, I like to support, like, I don't care if it's Barstool, which is a $500 million company, or if it's, some low guy. Like, I buy merch all the time from podcasts I listen to and shit.
I love that
like,
shit.
I for one, I love the thought of supporting people that I enjoy, that entertain me, and it's not like through Nike or it's just you're buying it off of them.
Right.
Also, but it's like, dude, the amount of missed opportunities is insane. Like, it's like, what, like, why do you have to do such dumb shit? Like, it's like, you have, especially at a Barstool, it's like, how do you not have good merch at Barstool? Like, you have so many people around you helping you.
You have endless resources.
Endless resources, and you're making shit merch where it's like, I don't know, like, it blows my mind that people just miss the boat so often with their merch.
Dude, they are a very expensive company, but Bob and I were just talking about this the other day. They have 1 billion shows. Like, they're actually decent people at like design and stuff are probably spread so thin that they use them for like the big shows and the good merch drops and shit like that. But I agree, their merch is lacking.
I mean, yeah, but also like, even just having the other personalities around the office where it's like, don't you think that there can be something like, you're not gonna convince me that there's just 2 people that design all the merch. Like, it's all ideas and shit like that, and the producers and stuff like that, are holding on.
The talent has say in it for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, there's just no way you're gonna tell me that. Like, it's just surprising that they don't come out with more options, for one, and 2, just better stuff, I guess. I mean, that's just for that show, especially. Like, I don't know. Like, I love that. I love listening to them. They're hilarious. And I would love to meet Roan one day. I'd love to meet both of them. But, like, honestly, Roan is probably my favorite person at Barstool, and I would love to meet that guy.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Roan for his new podcast with Pat Beverly. That should be pretty dope. I think they just dropped their first episode today. Yeah.
They posted a clip, and it was, like, immediately talking about Draymond punching dude in the face.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That should be – it should be a good pod.
I would think so. Even though I hate
Roan's
Pat
the coolest. Yeah, Roan's the coolest dude ever. But Pat Bev. I'm sure Pat Bev has a lot of interesting shit to say.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. But yeah, we should make merch.
Yeah, we need to get on that. The logistic thing of it is the POS is really the hardest thing as far as everything that I've been thinking of, the point of sale. But I'm sure there's a million different websites that you can pay $10 a month and get an easy as fuck point of sale where they do everything. So,
yeah, I mean, we can get fucking
we'll work on that.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about talking about that.
The last thing that I want to talk about today was something that I've been thinking a little bit about, and it is and I thought about this because of our injury update too.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I was like, man, could any of us do like a fear factor? Probably not. I mean, I feel like I could muscle through it. I don't think you're doing round 2, Mike, where you're eating the bugs or anything like that. But I think you could do like you think you could do that? I do not think you could do that.
No, I could. Dude, that shit doesn't fucking bother me. I mean, I'm not a fan. I'm not going to be like, yeah, let me get the bugs, Like, fucking, I'm not going to be like,
Mike's like, fuck round 1. Get me to round 2 where I'm eating the bugs.
Honestly, you know what would really fuck with me is like when they would do like this, put the scorpions all over your body, or like where there's actual like physical harm that is near. That would give me anxiety out the fucking ass. But like the eating stuff, I think I'd be able to get through that stuff. I'm not saying I would love it, but like I would be like Tyrone Biggums from the Chappelle Show when he's like, Joe Rogan, look at baby, I got you to rock.
Are you guys claustrophobic at all or no?
I do get claustrophobic in certain. It's when it's dark. If it's dark and I can't really see and it's on me, I get claustrophobic. When I'm like in the light.
Yeah, I don't really get claustrophobic in a room. Like you could like lock me in a closet. I don't think I'd get claustrophobic. I don't think I'm claustrophobic.
When someone's on top of me.
I was gonna say if somebody's on top of me, then yeah, like I'm. Yeah, but I think that's just kind of. I think that's just kind of fight or flight. Like that's not really claustrophobic. You know, I think claustrophobic's being in a room that's too small and you freak out.
Oh, then yeah, I'm not claustrophobic then.
Like if you like go in the airplane bathroom and you're like, I can't handle this for too long, then you're probably fucking claustrophobic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Means you're afraid of Santa Claus.
Can we get a definition on claustrophobia?
It means you're afraid.
Bob just said it.
Actually.
That's from SpongeBob, you idiot.
Santa Claustrophobic.
Oh, I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you. I went right over my head. I'm sorry.
That's the best I could do today. I did pose a question to Jack, but I found out that it's not good. I was thinking about this earlier today. I was like, are there more like songs on Spotify or pairs of sunglasses in the world? And it turns out that songs on Spotify is a quantifiable number. There's 80 million songs on Spotify. And I did the research. In like 2016, there were like 500 million pairs of sunglasses in the United States just floating around. So debunked.
Definitely not a good question if you can literally look up the answers in 10 minutes.
Yep. It took me less than 45 seconds to get both answers.
Oh my God. Why the fuck would that ever be a question?
I don't know. It popped into my head. I was like, I wonder how many songs are on Spotify. And then I was like, the first thing that came to my head because I was at work, I was like, I wonder if there's more songs on Spotify than there are paperclips.
Dude, that might be a good segment. I could look up a couple of these that are actual numbers, and I could have you guys guess which is more.
We've done this before, or a version of this, I feel like, and it's always a good time. I love that shit. I think that shit's fascinating, so I'm totally down.
Also, paperclips. Why are the Spotify songs your go-to?
I don't know. That was just. I thought there were more, dude. I don't know. I was like, how many?
80 million's a lot.
Maybe SoundCloud should be the way to go on that. SoundCloud, there's probably like billions and billions.
Is SoundCloud global? Like, I know it's global, but like, is it global? Like, we're like people from fucking, Asia.
I think people in Haiti are like, we can't get Spotify, but we do have SoundCloud.
But don't you think they have their own version of SoundCloud?
I don't know. You mean like I can't go and find like a Haitian's like Drake diss?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I bet you like the Haitian version of SoundCloud is like not called SoundCloud. It's called Haitian Cloud or something stupid like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
well, pack your bags. Fair Enough Podcast is going to Haiti.
I'm close enough, aren't I? I'm in Florida right now.
You're right there, dude.
Not that far.
Yeah, you could throw a baseball to Haitian. Okay. Anything else from the peanut gallery?
It's good on my end.
Okay. What should I get for dinner tonight? I get $75 a day.
Oh,
all right, here we go. So I $75 a day for food. I don't eat breakfast. I barely eat lunch. So I'm getting pretty much $75 for dinner. What do I do with it? Like, I literally went halfway grocery shopping earlier because I was like, well, I need snacks if I have $75 a day, right? Like
sitting there buying like $75 worth of Gatorade and Cheez-Its.
Dude, yesterday I bought a $50 meal. I bought $50 worth of food. I ate a third of it, but I was like, yeah, I'm just trying a bunch of shit from these restaurants I never had before. So
go to Applebee's, get every appetizer, and then come back with a review.
And just eat all of them.
Use them for the podcast. Yeah, get all of them.
I love that. All right, $75 per diem for the pod. Let's go.
I love that. But yeah, that's what I do. I'm craving wings for some reason.
I got a Hooters right across the street, literally.
I haven't had Hooters in so long, dude. Hooters food slaps. People, I don't think people are really thinking about that.
They have the worst French fries on the planet. Other than that, Hooters food slaps.
Yeah, that's true. Their French fries aren't that good. But compared to Twin Peaks, we have a Twin Peaks right down the road. Stinks. I don't know how many times I've said that on this podcast, but it stinks.
I don't know if you've ever said that.
Stinks.
But I've only eaten at Twin Peaks once, and I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it at all.
The Madison Heights location, hot garbage. They put on a mean car wash, though. I will say that.
I was gonna say the quality of waitresses is a lot better than Hooters, at least lately. I've been getting the B squads at every Hooters I've been to in the last 10 years. Yeah,
dude. Man, I thought the Hooters squad was much better.
Oh, speaking of Hooters, I went to Hooters the other day, actually last Saturday, so I'm not going to Hooters again. But the chick that was our waitress, her name was Bobby, Bobbi, which is hot as fuck. Not because I love you, but because I think chicks with dude names are hot as fuck, especially when they end in an I. Bobby, Tony, I don't know. And did we just lose this guy?
I think we just lost him.
All right, well, I'll have to save it for the next podcast then. It's all good.
No, we're going to finish without him. Should we just close it out here?
Yeah, that's fine.
All righty. Hey,
so
it's producer Jack and Mikey coming at you.
So Jack, do you know the song by Lil Wayne? Are you a Lil Wayne guy?
I am a massive Lil Wayne guy. Okay. Shout out to Bob for that one.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted to tell him this too. So you know the song when he did the rock album, right? The Rebirth album or whatever? And Correct. He did that song Knockout with Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
Okay, so in the beginning of that song, he goes, "Hey Bobby, are you into black man?" Whatever. So for the last 12 years, I thought that this man was saying, "Hey Bobby, are you into black men?" And it's been Barbie this whole time, and no one's ever corrected me. Barbie.
Oh god. But if you're saying it like he's saying it, I think that's fine.
Hey Bobby.
Hey Bobby. Nobody knows.
Yeah, so I'm like, what the fuck? And I got corrected while I was because I was like singing it to my waitress, and my buddy's like, "What are you saying?" I'm like, he's like, I was like, I told him. He's like, "Dude, that's wrong. You're an idiot." I'm like, oh my god, dude.
Brutal. No, I agree though. Chicks whose names end in vowels, specifically I, you have my heart.
It's something about it. Like I don't know what it is. Or if you do like a weird, like you know how there's 100 different names of like Leah. You know, like if you have like there's just a lot going on. I like weird
or like
fucking
Kylie.
Stories. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you have an EIGH in your name, smell ya.
Come on.
That's great. That's fantastic. That's good stuff.
Shit.
But yeah, that about sums it up on my end here, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if we would have done this for an hour, we could have easily gotten through an hour of fucking conversation. But yeah, we'll wrap it up without the brother Bobby. Everybody go like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Come like us on Instagram. We got a few TikToks up. We're getting better at that here and there. We appreciate all the support. And we'll see you next weekend, boys and girls.
Love ya. A whole bunch.
Bye. Hell yes. Bye. How do we stop
I don't know that we can stop the recording.
I was just going to say, I don't think we can stop this. Go talk to him.
Bob, you need to get back in so you can stop the recording.